This is so crazy. The lengths that these SJW weirdos are willing to go to harass people who are just talking about journalism in gaming on Twitter is mind-boggling. Last week we had Smash JT, who's an excellent YouTuber and friend of the channel, deal with Alyssa Mercante from Kotaku, going after him and his family, stalking him to Facebook, finding his wife, messaging his wife creepy things. She's out there going ballistic this week, by the way, if you've not seen it. She's just making comment after comment about messaging his wife like it's some kind of joke to her. Very weird. I mean, she literally was trying to get the guy divorced because he's commenting on Kotaku stuff and on their corrupt journalism online. Now, Grummz has been a bigger target than him. Grummz, of course, has been breaking so many of the stories lately. Been one of the best content creators out there in terms of gaming journalism, and he's now getting harassed by a former Escapist editor. They're all in a collusion. This is one big whisper network, and I always tell people this. All these people are in together. They're all connected. They're sharing their narratives together. They're trying to force their agenda together. They're failing at it, and they've been exposed, and they're just at this point lashing out so hard because they know their time's up, basically. We've seen today that there are massive gaming entertainment news layoffs happening, all because IGN is consolidating. Kotaku just had major layoffs as well. And, they're all going to get replaced by AI soon enough because all they're doing is regurgitating press releases and simping for these awful companies like Ubisoft and Sony that are not doing work that consumers like. And Grummz is pointing that out. So Grummz is dangerous to them because he's hurting their gravy train right now. We're going to get into this in just a moment. Unequivocally disavow what's going on with these awful people, and we support Grummz and everything he's doing. Okay, my name's John Delarose. If you're new to the channel, please check out my books. I'm a science fiction author and a comic creator first. This is my Stars Entwined. It's a trilogy on Amazon, and it's also available via audiobook if you prefer to read that way. If you like sci-fi stuff, if you're one of the Stellar Blade guys, if you like Mass Effect, any of those awesome worlds, this will be a great series for you to start. And I'm working on some space exploration stuff right now, which is awesome. I would love for you to support our journalism and all that by getting on here and buying our books. Thanks so much for being there, and thanks for joining our community, hitting the like and subscribe button. We love having more people here. We're building something epic, and they're not going to be able to stop us. This kind of stuff is like, while it's a threat, you get into this knowing that there's weirdos out there, and you can't back down to them. Back when I first got into the pop culture journalism game, I wrote for The Federalist, and I was writing about Marvel Comics and how just this woke crap was killing them back in 2017. I found every single Marvel writer was lambasting Trump and Republicans and Christians. Half the country, half of their audience, they say screw you, they hate you, they want you dead. All of them. There wasn't even one who was silent in the entire company, and that's mind-boggling to me. They always talk about diversity and inclusivity, but it's quite the opposite. Well, when I did this, I got that article was picked up by Bleeding Cool, which is basically another fake news pop culture website. Rich Johnson over there mocked me, and I was a nobody at the time. I had like 300 followers, and he just went off. And his followers over there were nasty, and I just got hundreds of nasty death threats on my blog, on Twitter DMs, and the like. And I got one that was like weird, and it was somebody like posted at me a bunch of information about my child at the time, who was he was like I think 9 years old at the time. And I'm like, what the fuck? Sorry to swear on this, but when somebody comes at your kid, it's crazy. So this stuff is normal. These woke people, they're tied in with Antifa. They literally want you dead. And that is their goal here, and that's what they're doing with Grummz today. He says, I just got doxed. My family's been doxed. Second Wind and former EIC of Escapist, Nick Calandra, has weaponized his Discord server and is encouraging his thousands of Patreon supporters to dox me. They did. Unlike other journalists that don't post receipts, I will. They always do this on the opposite side. Oh, I'm being harassed, but they never show it. So you have to show receipts. Be different than these liars on the opposite side. I actually had a conversation with Candace Owens several years ago, as another aside, and she actually got harassed by Zoe Quinn for a while. Zoe wanted her to join her little feminist movement or whatever, and she said, if you don't, you're going to get these threats. Well, Candace started getting these email threats very soon after, and she actually tied it back and figured out it was alt accounts of Zoe Quinn. So she was doing it herself and then crying victim about it. So we don't act like that over here. We show the receipts of what happened. Gosh, it's just these people are nightmares on the left. They really are. Poor Grummz. He says, my addresses were posted among other details about people they assume are me. Instead of banning the user who did so, and they later edited his post to obscure his address, but only after it was seen by thousands. Nick encouraged them to do more. This is the Escapist guy. To further avoid TOS violations, asked that the information be sent to him in a secret to avoid Discord disciplinary actions. These users go unpunished by his moderation team. Instead, they're praised. Nick has been stalking me and tweeting about me for almost 2 months nonstop. It is hot to get me, and he was fooled by one of my supporters into publishing a story on X from a user whose name was a sting, an anagram for urinalist, and he fell for it. This is disgusting behavior, a dangerous one. There have been multiple documented threats on my life, including cash bounties, and Nick is happy to enable these violent people and arm them with information that could lead to violence against myself, my wife, and my children. Anyone who joins Nick's Patreon has access to this Discord server. There are 13,700 members who have participated in this dox or been exposed to it. Wow. He's got that many Patreon followers. What am I doing wrong, chat? I'm bad at this grifting game, I guess. I'm calling on Discord, YouTube, and Patreon and X to permanently ban Nick Calandra and his weaponized Patreon and Discord server, as well as the users who engaged in this violation of TOS. This has to stop. There are thousands of users who have now spread my personal information. They're trying to dox members of my own community. Nick published Gigabear's Patreon email. He calls me a grifter, but owns $54,000 a month. Holy crap. Jeez, I'm doing it wrong, guys. I joined the wrong team, I guess. Enabling me and enabling violence against me by egging on this community. My thanks to one of his supporters, Gigabears, who reported this to me, all undercover in Nick's Discord server. So here's what they got on the docs. If it's him, several people with those names looking to verify to get the LinkedIn or the bankruptcy. Let's not share addresses even if they're a public record, because he doesn't want to get banned. If you find this stuff, DM it to me. But yeah, personal details, don't post it in here. I'm not going after him personally. I'm going after his business dealings. Okay, Nick. Oh, gosh, crazy. He's going to email his employers. That's crazy. According to this, he lives in California. Yep, that's him. They found him. I should have shared the Patreon account they used, as well as anyone else who might try to infiltrate. Alts they used are... so this is... the alts that were paying for his Patreon to get access to this, and he's more concerned about that than Grummz' life and safety, because he's of course trying to hurt Grummz. That's all this is about. Very, very sick behavior from these people, and oh my gosh, this has to stop. It's gone too far. With the bounty thing, that was a really weird thing, and of course we found out that was not just some innocuous guy. It was a weird Portland Antifa guy. These are real serious threats, and it is dangerous. Literally, just being a journalist like Grummz, a real journalist. I'm not using it in the pejorative term. On Twitter, who's actually calling out the video game industry. It's sad to watch at this point, but it's only going to probably get worse as Grummz gets more and more important in the video game industry. I can't think of anybody more important and more relevant to the discussion than him right now. Master of the TDS had this happen to him too, apparently. This guy's been doing great work if you don't follow him. He's been exposing Disney bots on Twitter. He says, my wife and I were doxxed for over a year in 2023, simply having opinions on pop culture some didn't agree with. Disagree with people all you want, do not dox. Doxing is never okay. My opinion, anyone who does it should be held legally accountable. Crazy they're going after Grummz' wife. What's Nick say here? Has he responded to this at all? As usual, these folks are trying to dox me, of course. So it's all about him here when he did this to him. But gosh, they're now saying that this is just Grummz posting this himself. Oh my gosh, this is really wild. But they'll play the victim all while being cryballies. We know exactly how it goes. This is how they work every single time. SJWs always lie, always double down, and always project. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to grab the stars entwined. And I appreciate you guys for supporting us. See you soon.